Even if you're first starting in real estate, the thought is always in your head of whether building a team is in your future of this business. But is it really worth it to go that route, or should you ride solo in this career in real estate? Hey everyone, for those of you that don't know me yet, my name is Joe Skipper and I'm the owner of Skipper Realty Group, brokered by eXp Realty here in Oregon. Now, I started this YouTube channel to not only provide buyers and sellers tips and tricks and market information so that they can go into the home buying and selling process with the most knowledge, but I also help agents with tips and tricks and advice on how to succeed in an industry that is really easy to get into and so hard to stay in. So before we get started, if you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing to this page, that would be a huge help to me. I want this channel to help you as agents to dominate in this industry and want to provide you with a place that you can come to in order to find advice on stuff like we're going to chat about today. But is it really worth it to start a new team in real estate? You see them all the time online and out and about, and it looks really tempting to do, especially once you start getting busy. But let's dive into some of the things that you don't see that may make you really want to do this or really want to walk away. And stay tuned to the end, where I'll give you some ideas on what you can do in the meantime to ease your workload that you have and make you more productive as you decide on this team or not. So let's talk about why you're even considering doing this. Almost always as agents, we get busy and immediately we think, man, if I had more people on my team, my job would be so much easier. When you're running solo or with one or two other people and your business starts to pick up, it can get overwhelming really fast. And 99% of the time, this makes us think a team is needed in order to survive. So let's dive into some of the pros of starting up a team and see if this is matching exactly what you may need. The first pro is obvious, and that is scalability. When you have multiple people working for you and doing jobs that you don't have time for, it not only allows you to be focusing on growth and building your client base, but also when you have teammates and employees pushing your brand and your business, they grow it as well. Once you start a team and have a good, productive agents and staff on your team, you can see the profitability of your business grow significantly over a short period of time. With a team, you can leverage your employees and team members' skills in time to grow the business as well. For example, having transaction coordinators can significantly drop the amount of time that you're spending on each sale and each contract and watching deadlines and other details that need to be looked at for each of these sales. Or you may have a buyer's agent on your team that goes out and shows clients homes. As you know, this takes a ton of time with each buyer, and it could be weeks, months, or years before they buy. This agent can be out there showing the properties while you're securing more clients and figuring out ways to market your business and team more. Being able to leverage your team in order to allow you to spend more time on business building could be a huge win for you as an agent and a company. Having a team provides you with a support system that you just don't have going solo. When you're solo, everything you do, any idea that you have, any marketing tactic is all on you. And when you aren't confident in any of these areas, well, too bad. No one is there to bounce things off of. But with a team, you can include multiple people in all this stuff. You can see if something has worked for someone else or what types of marketing one agent on your team is doing that really does work. You can test strategies with team members to see what would work before you implement the idea into your business. Now, with a team, you have the real-time feedback that each individual can give you in order to adjust your strategies quicker than you would if you were solo. And finally, on the pro side of things, is that it builds your brand faster and gives your company a further reach. You're only one person, so you can only do so much in a smaller amount of an area. With a team, your brand can go out to multiple times the amount of homes and eyes than ever before. Building the right team and the right size team, you can see your brand and company expand into cities and neighborhoods you never would have been able to do alone. Sounds like a team is amazing, right? I've almost convinced myself, actually. But let's go into some negatives first before you start signing people up. The biggest con in building a team, at least in my opinion, is the management issues. Yes, you have the team to take a lot of the workload off your plate regarding production, but that doesn't mean you don't have a workload. Managing a team is just a different kind of work than actually selling and buying real estate. You're responsible to not only manage the team and whether they are following basic rules, laws, and treating clients as needed, but to manage everything in the business. You are the one that will be responsible for marketing materials, or at least delegating it, managing assistants and transaction coordinators, managing the utility payments and rental space if you have one. You are the boss now of not only your business, but the people that are under you. Their day-to-day activities will reflect on you and your brand. That can be great and can also be a killer of your company depending on who you hire. Remember that people on the team will never care about your business as much as you do. You can keep them motivated and enjoying working with you, but in the end, it's your business. They just work there. So managing all that can be just as stressful, if not more, than what you were doing solo. You are also responsible for the team's success and their morale. If you aren't motivated to get up and get going one day, well, too bad, because your team is going to expect the most out of you daily, or they will in turn either leave or morale is just going to tank, which means your production tanks. So you have a ton of responsibility to your team to keep everyone going on track and to ensure it's all done right. And if you think you would just start raking in cash once you add people to your team, you're wrong. There are going to be higher financial costs associated with having a team. You may make more, yes, but you will also spend more as well. Like I was saying, you may need a large space to house a team, which costs higher rents, utilities, etc. You may have assistants that are paid hourly or salary no matter how many sales you make. You may be responsible for training the team and ongoing education. You may be responsible for the marketing materials for everyone. There are a lot of costs that come with running a team you may not have thought of, so make sure the structure of the team and the finances involved in that work for you. Now with people, you get conflict. Everyone is unique in this world, and that is a great thing. But when you run a team, it could hurt your brand and business. First off, if you hire the wrong people, at the very least, they could be giving your brand a terrible name when they're out with clients. But one agent may not be able to stand another agent in the office, and that dynamic could kill the vibe on the whole team. Managing conflict within the team and hiring the right people to join are going to be critical if you want to start a team. It's easy to think when you picture your team in your head that all the meetings and team buildings you're going to is going to be awesome and everyone's going to be happy. And that is for sure the hope, but it's also a potential for big time conflict that you will have to be prepared for. And conflict can bring turnover, especially in real estate. Turnover is normal. It's easy for agents to jump from one brokerage to another. They do it all the time. And if you are relying on the team to stay as is, you may be in for a quick wake-up call when you see people leaving you never thought would leave. You have to always be recruiting agents to your team in order to ease that turnover hit that you're gonna take. And even with the ones that are there, you have to keep them happy because again, they don't care about your brand and company as much as you do. You have to provide value for them to stick around, so your job, along with a million other things, is to keep your team happy. So, what's your thoughts now? There is not a right answer in my opinion. There are agents in my brokerage that dominate with teams and absolutely love it. You can totally do it and it can be really lucrative. So don't take these cons as if you shouldn't do a team. Just be aware of the issues before you go in and how to address them. What I would suggest you do first if you're thinking of this and don't want to jump completely in is to hire a transaction coordinator for your sales. They generally work per contract you give them, so they aren't full-time or even part-time employees of yours, but they can be the first part of your team as you grow. They are critical in real estate, in my opinion. They not only are masters of handling paperwork and details of transactions, but they also, by doing that stuff, give you back so much of your time to allow you to work on other parts of your business. Now, they are really cheap relative to the work that they do, and you can get them from anywhere between $250 a sale to $500 a sale. They are worth it and can allow you to see what working with another team member is like. Now, another option that goes along with this route is to hire a virtual assistant. Nowadays, they can do everything from cold calling to answering emails to handling daily routines that you don't want to do. Now, their pricing is different depending on what you're looking for, but this can also be an early addition to your team as your client base grows. And the final thing I would say that you can do is join a brokerage that allows you to do the things that mine does without making a formal team. So I'm with EXP, if you didn't already know, and you've probably heard all sorts of things good and bad about them. They are a huge brokerage, and what comes with that are agents that give it a bad name and agents who are outside of the company that just want to talk crap about them. It is now our world of social media that no matter what, you are going to see someone talking negatively about everything you're looking into. But when I was looking to join a large brokerage, I saw the whole range of it for EXP. But what intrigued me at the time was the structure that they had with how their teams and groups work. Now, you can do a traditional team like any other brokerage within EXP, so I'll just skip that and just talk quickly about my experience with a team or group that I joined when I came in with EXP and what they provide. Now, it's not a team, but it is. Let me explain. So for lack of a better term, I'll use team for this, but they aren't a traditional team in what you think of as an agent. But I joined a group within EXP called the Wolf Pack. How EXP is structured is you get sponsored by someone within EXP before you join. Now, it could be a random agent friend of yours, or it could be someone in a huge group like the Wolf Pack, for example. I found this group online, and you can Google Mike Sherrard or EXP Wolf Pack, and you will see why I joined. They are dominant in not only real estate nationally, but because this group is so large, they have agents all over the world that are experts in everything, ranging from cold calling to social media to Google SEO to AI. everything you could ever want to know or learn in real estate, this group has them. They have almost daily collaboration meetings within our groups where experts come on to talk about all sorts of real estate items and the latest trends in social media, for example. You get all this once you're sponsored by me or another agent within the Wolfpack, so it's super easy to get access. The networking with agents throughout the country and value that the Wolfpack has provided me is way more than a traditional team could have provided me or what I could provide to a team that I built. And I don't technically have to be part of a team. I advertise my own brand how I want, and there's no requirement to advertise for the Wolfpack in any way. In that sense, it's really just a collaboration or a networking group. But from what I've found is that the tools and the meetings and the relationships with agents within the Wolfpack has provided me with a team of agents throughout the country that have helped me grow my business in huge ways since joining. So to wrap this all up, you may be asking, well, what if I want to make a team myself? How does this help? Well, one option, and the reason I brought this up, is that whether you wanted to make a formal team within EXP or just have people join EXP through you, the Wolfpack creates a value proposition to incoming agents that you can leverage to build your team or recruit agents easily. And with EXP's incentive structure for bringing on agents to EXP, you can make passive income as agents join, and those agents get access to all the stuff that the Wolfpack offers. It's not like you're just asking agents to join and not providing value. The Wolfpack is already in place to provide that value to agents, so it's easy to show them why our group is seriously the best. I have had no issues recruiting agents when they see the value they get joining me and the Wolfpack. They have free courses, trainings, mentorship, and regular meetings with the founders of the group in order to help agents grow and dominate in real estate. So rather than me having to come up with all this stuff myself for incoming agents, if I was to say build a team, I just show them all the stuff this group offers and what they will get if they join with me, and it's a no-brainer. Easy to show that value, and I don't have to have a formal team to do it. And I am compensated financially as those agents succeed. I did the same thing when I joined. I wanted to join a brokerage that would provide me value. I didn't care about agent attraction or building a team at the time. The Wolfpack did and continues to provide value to me, all because I signed up with one member in the group. It did change my opinion on having a team for me and my company, at least for now. Now, to be clear, I don't heavily recruit agents, but when they ask about joining with me, it's super easy to tell them that this group and brokerage offers more than most others are going to offer, and it's really easy for them to see the value they will get from it when I show them what EXP and the Wolfpack offers. So just a thought for you if you want to make money with having more people and not having all the cons of responsibility that we talked about earlier. There is so much to go over, but if you are interested in this or just want to know more about building a team, comment below, or you have my contact information, so reach out and we can talk it over. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my page so you can continue to dominate in this industry. Thanks, guys.